All right, what's up, guys? Today we're going to be runing a Perna, in particular a very new Perna. Childish sent me a email, or maybe it was a text, saying, maybe I could have a crack at runing his new Perna just to kind of see, how I would do it, my thought process, stuff like that. And I was like, yeah, let's do it. So I am actually virtually in Childish's account. We loaded up his JSON into the optimizer, and we're going to take a shot at runing his Perna. So let's take a look. Just for people using the optimizer or trying to rune, this is kind of how I do it. Pull up Perna, pick my set. Let's zoom in a little bit here. Can we do that? Yeah, there we go. Pick set, it's Perna, so you know where we're going. We're going violent. We're gonna go speed or attack or HP because it's Perna, and those are all decent options. On slot 6, we're gonna go attack or HP. And slot 4, we're going to go crit damage. I used to do crit for a little while on my Perna as slot 4, and it worked okay, but it wasn't ideal. So just as a note. All right, over here in options, we are not going to use runes from inventory. We're going to use locked runes, even if equipped on this monster. So currently, nothing is locked. Everything is open. We're going to build the best Perna using every single rune in Childish's account, just to see what we can do. We're going to build one normal and one on will, just to kind of take a look at the differences. And then we're going to try building a Perna with some limitations. So focuses, it's Perna, so we want speed, crit rate, crit damage, attack, and I like to throw in HP because I think that's a great stat for Perna. The more Perna is Perna, the more Perna-ing Perna can do, which is ideal. You want Perna to do as much Perna as possible. So HP allows or enables peak Perna. All right, what else do we want to do down here? Let's look at our filters. What do we want our speed to be? I think 180 is bare minimum for a viable Perna. I like to run them a little bit faster, but we'll see what we can get. Crit, I'd say 70 is bare minimum. 85 would be better. And then crit damage, we're going to say 150 because sometimes the attack's a little weird. I think attack bare minimum is 2,000. HP, I think you got to have 20,000. That might be a little much. Some people run a nuker Perna without that much HP, but I think 20,000 is fair. All right, so let's hit optimize and see what we get. Oh, wait, stop. We're going to do plus 15 because we don't care if his runes are plus 12. We're going to forgive them, and we'll level them up if we need to, right? So we're going to pretend everything's plus 15 and kind of see what we're looking at. Lots of builds. So I like to just poke around at the builds to see what we've got. I like to click on efficiency. The most efficient Perna we can build is 99.83% efficient. That's pretty good. 195 speed, 80 crit, 157 crit damage, 21,000 HP. All the good things. The effective HP is a little low, which is a little bit sad. If we move down even one more slot, we suddenly get a Perna that has HP on slot 6, 27k HP. Move down one more, 32,000 HP. Super nice. So I like to sort by efficiency. Okay, good to know. I like to sort by damage. What's the most damage our Perna can do? It's this, 6918. Not very efficient, but if you go down to the second one, nice and efficient. The efficiency tends to be a little, or the damage tends to be a little misleading because they tend to give you more damage when you crit more, which makes sense. So high crit builds tend to dominate, so you need to filter for that a little bit. But looking at the attack, 2,500, the crit 92, crit damage 189 means we can be a little more aggressive with our build. So let's go 2,500 attack. Let's go 180 crit damage. And we'll leave crit at 70 for now, and we'll hit apply. All right, so we're still looking at 2 pages worth of Perna, but a little bit nicer here. What's good about this damage, look at this one on the 86% crit. 188 crit damage, 2,500 attack. Not super efficient, so that's not ideal. Let's see what our most efficient version of this is. So to start getting these more offensive stats, we're looking at 93% efficiency on attack, crit damage, attack. 195 speed, really nice. Also the fastest we can do with these stats. So now we're going to narrow it down. I like pretty much everything that's here. We've got 2 pages. The damage is pretty nice, all over 6,000. Let's see what the low damage is, 58. Let's set our damage threshold at 6,000. And it's an arbitrary number that just, cuts out a lot of the less damaging Pernas. All right, so we're down to 1 page. These are the candidates. Looking at the damage jumps, we go from 64 to 66 to 67. This 69 is pretty nice. But if you look here, this is basically the same thing with less crit damage. See it here, the second build? This third build is the same thing with the same amount of crit damage, less crit, which I generally like. I think that might be the one. Let's check here. HP, we've got a 24,000 HP. Pretty low on the damage, but if you wanted to overweight the HP, you could. I think I like this build here, the 195 speed, the 86 crit, the 188 crit damage. So we're going to click that as our first build. That's Violent Broken, and we'll go look at it in a second. Let's go to Violent Will and see if we can reach those stats. We can't. Nope. That is my experience on my account as well. If you find something you like and you try to put it on will, it's not going to happen because you just can't make it happen. So now we got to start. Cutting back. Let's put damage at 5,500 and see if those stats somehow magically coalesce into less damage. My guess is no. That is correct. All right. So let's move down the attack to 2,200. That's a little more flexible, and I'll move the crit damage to 160. Everything else has to stay. Hey, there we go. We got some builds. Not a ton, but some. 108 builds. Damage 6,300 on will. That's kind of nice. We lose some speed. We lose some crit damage, lose some attack, but I like that damage. In fact, I don't know that I'm going to look further than this. It's enough above on damage here that I think it's our violent will build. Yeah. Okay, so they're both on attack, crit damage, attack. So what we need is we need a better speed rune that somehow has a lot of attack and gets picked by the optimizer, right? Let's take a look at these builds. Here's the violent build. So the broken set is a shield on Odin. Nice crit damage, nice crit rate. The speed grind. And a rage slot 2, which we're stealing from Avarice. Speed, crit damage, HP. Okay. Violent slot 4. Attack, crit rate, speed. So this rune, yeah, 88% efficient. This rune is holding us back a little bit. Look at the efficiencies. It's the least efficient rune. But it's the one they picked. So I would say if there's a reap target that can target violent slot 4 crit damage, we would go for that. Next rune crafting event might be a good target. That might have been a rune crafting. No, it couldn't have been because it's got an innate. Okay, and then, looking at the other runes, pretty nice. It's pretty nice up here. Crit damage, speed, crit rate, attack. So if this was going to be a Perna rune forever, you would take that accuracy out and make it into HP. So that's the regular build. Let's look at the will build. So it picks will for slot 1 and will for slot 6. Little defense rune here. No speed, kind of the issue, I guess. And then the slot 1, ungrinded speed, that would help a lot for just picking builds. Because then if this could pull 3 more speed, it might swap out a different will rune, something like that. The crit rate again can be re-rolled as well. A little bit nicer. This is a nice rune. Nice rune. Worth working on that rune. All right. So let's start locking monsters. This is if you want to prioritize certain monsters over others and then rebuild Perna. So here's a bunch of monsters. Let's see. I've got a list of monsters he uses in RTA. So we're going to assume he built them in the order that he wants to use them, and Perna is lower down on this list, right? So I usually go by average efficiency for RTA monsters. So let's start digging through the list. Odin is 1, so we're going to lock Odin. Is Daphnis 1? Let's see. Daphnis is 1. We're going to lock Daphnis. There we go. Let's see who else here. Lauren is 1. Yes. Lauren is locked. Garrow, not on the list. Talia, no bulldozer. Okay, let's look at page 1 again because I probably missed some. Aegir is definitely 1. That's an RTA monster. Rika, not on the list. Probably an RTA monster, but we're going to leave it alone. Sierra, I know it's got to be on that list, but it's not. Okay, so maybe Sierra gets to keep her runes or gets her runes stolen. Vanessa, yes, RTA monster. Lock. Let's go to page 3. Praha, Fran. Fran's got to be on the list. Yep, Fran's on the list. Lock Fran. Iris, no. Wusa, yes. Click. Looking at this Wusa 285, I think you want to speed that up if you can, because the big threat of Wusa is, oh no, Wusa went first and now I have to deal with immunity for forever. So that Wusa is going to get it outsped by some Hathors, and that defeats the whole point of Wusa. He's going to be sad. Let's see, anybody else here? No, doesn't look like it. Like a Perna. Okay, Perna is what we're working on here. Everything else, I think we're good, basically. We might have missed 1 or 2, maybe a Verd, but that's okay. We're good enough, right? Let's go re-rune in light of everybody's locked, right? Okay, so we're going to start with Violent Will, just to kind of see what we can get, and see if we can build these stats again. There's no way we can. Oh, we can. We get some builds. Nice. Okay, great. So what that tells me is Perna's using a different rune set than all those monsters we just locked. Because let's think about it. We locked... what, Odin was the only real pure damage dealer? We locked a lot of speed runes and a lot of efficient runes, but maybe Aegir steals a couple runes. Can we get the same build? Our Violent Will was 6,300 damage, so we lose that. We go from 6,300 to 6,000. Our most efficient build is 92. I really, really would like to get more speed on this Perna, but we might not be able to. All right, so let's see here. 6,000. These are basically the same in terms of damage. So I don't really care about that. Let's see if we can get a little more HP. 24k. Going on to 5,600, which is not bad. This is good damage on a Perna. The super crit is good as well, but maybe not needed. I kind of like this build's not bad. I kind of like this build. It's kind of weird. It's a low efficiency, 5,500 damage, but it's got the lower crit, and you'll notice the attack is over 100 over our top build here. It's got a little bit of tankiness. I kind of like that one. Let's do that. And let's also see if we can get another damage build in. Like this 22k, 181 speed is pretty nice. Let's pick that. Yeah, okay, and then let's go back to a non-will build. Let's open up the remaining box and see what we're looking at here. Non-will in the 180s is kind of crazy. So probably not going to go non-will. It's just going to be a slow Perna that's going to rely on the Vanessa speed lead to kind of boost it into a relevant speed range. Blade Violent, that's pretty nice, 6,100. This is everything I like in a Perna. You know, it's got a little bit of everything. Nice, perfect crit. The only thing it's missing is speed. So that would be my pick out of those. All right, let's see if we can't speed this Perna up. Let's go speed on slot 2. Let's take HP out as a requirement. Everything else we got to keep, though. So we're going to keep everything else. Let's go speed 200. Let's see how that goes. Can we get it? Uh-oh, that's not good. Crit and crit damage is holding us back, maybe. Maybe the attack. Yeah, a speed Perna, probably 2,000 attack. Let's do that. Try again. Because thinking about my nukers, they can't get a ton of attack. Is it attack holding us back? Nope. Is it crit damage? It's probably just damage, right? Let's do 4,500. There we go. This is a violent non-will Perna. We got tons of build. It was the damage holding us back. Because, of course, lowering attack but not lowering damage is nothing. All right, looks like we get about 5,300 damage on a speedier build, the 205. We can get up to 236. That's some pretty good giddy up. This is not a crazy plan if you have a plan to use it. Like, if you have a Vanessa moving in front, a 236 Perna, boom, right behind. Totally fine. Totally fine. But it's not a boomer Perna, right? These are okay. Let's look at the most attack. 2,300. That's a 4,900 build, which is one of our top builds here. So out of these, I don't like 100% crit because you're wasting crit on monsters that you get free crit on win monsters, right? So I like to go down the list to something a little bit less crit. Like this 210, I really like the look of. So we're going to put that one up there. So here's our builds, our Perna builds. And I kind of talked through the thought process, the reasoning why. Looking at the damage spread, the lower damage will build that doesn't steal from any of our RTA monsters is probably our best build here, this violent will build. I kind of like this speed build too, and I bet they have a lot of rune overlap. I think I'd probably take this 180 violent will build here. The damage is a little bit less, but it's violent will. Oh, see, this is nice. This is really nice to see. This slot 3, we can grind the speed up to be a 21, 22. That's really, really nice. Speed, crit damage, crit rate. And we'll take the res, we'll turn it into HP, and this is a really sweet little Perna rune here. Looks like it was purple and just rolled perfect on speed and once into crit damage. So that'll be HP gemmed, grinded. It'll have defense, HP, speed, crit damage, crit rate, everything you want on a slot 3. Really, like everything you want. Going up to this slot 2, we've got crit damage, crit rate, flat HP, and attack flat. So if this is a keeper rune, it's pretty low efficiency. But if this is a keeper rune, you would put speed over attack flat as well. And then you'd have all the stats you need. You'd grind up the attack flat, or the HP flat, and you'd be looking at now a 190 Perna with the switch. Because that can go be gem into an 8, plus a 4 is 12, plus 4 here is 16. We're looking at a 296 Perna, 196 Perna. And so it's a whole different ballgame, you know? You get that in there, and you're feeling pretty good. This guy down here, you could redo this speed on this rune. I probably would, because you've got all the stats you need. The attack flat's even good. I would, if you were really committed to this rune, maybe try to bump it up 2 speed with a gem and a grind. That's a lot of investment for the possibility of being worse. So maybe that's incorrect, but something to think about down the road. Everything here looks good. Look at that 24 speed. Look at you. I see you. Look at that. Woo. That is all right. Interesting. This crit rate reroll, you could go crit rate or crit damage is basically the same thing. If you find a better crit damage gem and you want to reroll it, you can. 6 crit is 1 off perfect off a purple gem anyway, so that's pretty nice. This little 8 crit damage roll is super great. This is a nice little rune here. Just wish it had speed, but what are you gonna do? Rerolling the crit damage for speed also wouldn't be insane, I don't think, because you could grind it up. And so you've got some options with this exact rune set to bump this Perna up into the 200 speed range pretty easily in terms of a grind. So that's probably the rune build I would go with for the Perna. So let me know your thoughts. Let me know what you think. Does this make sense? Is this kind of what you were thinking with these builds? I know these dry, pure stat-based rune videos maybe are not everyone's cup of tea. I love them. This is my favorite part of the game. I could rune all day long and debate, and playing the runes I make is a little bit less fun because there's RNG, whereas the math of the runes I think is the most fun because, you know, you try it out, you're like, wow, I didn't know I could do that, and you do it and you're like, haha, they're gonna deal with this thing they didn't even think I could rune. So that's what I enjoy. Anyway, that's the Perna I would build and my thought process into runing a Perna. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will catch you in the next video. Take care, everybody.